Dulhan, the bride. The wedding night was supposed to be the happiest moment of Neha's life. She sat adorned in her crimson bridal attire, intricate henna staining her hands, and a veil covering her face. Her family bustled with joy and laughter outside, but an eerie silence filled the bridal room where she waited for her new husband. The village, nestled deep in the hills, was steeped in tradition. Neha had heard tales of brides who disappeared on their wedding nights, but she had dismissed them as folklore, meant to frighten young girls into obedience. Tonight, she found herself thinking about those stories more than ever. A knock at the door startled her. It creaked open, revealing Aditya, her husband. He entered the room slowly, his face shadowed by the flickering oil lamp. "You look beautiful," he said, his voice oddly cold. "Thank you," Neha replied, trying to smile but feeling a chill creep up her spine. Aditya sat beside her, his presence heavy. Something about him felt off. His hands were cold, and his gaze seemed to pierce through her. He reached for her veil, lifting it slowly. As the veil dropped, a faint, rotten smell filled the room. Neha's heart raced. His face was pale, his eyes lifeless, and his lips curled into a chilling smirk. "You are mine now," he whispered, his voice echoing unnaturally. Before she could react, the oil lamp flickered violently and went out, plunging the room into darkness. Neha screamed, but her voice was swallowed by an oppressive silence. When the light returned, Aditya was gone. The room was empty, yet the air felt suffocating. Neha stumbled to the door, her hands trembling, only to find it locked from the outside. Panic set in as she banged on the door. "Let me out," she cried, but her pleas were met with laughter. Not joyous laughter from the celebrations outside, but a sinister, guttural sound that echoed around her. She turned to face the mirror, hoping to catch her breath. But what she saw froze her blood. Her reflection wasn't her own. It was the face of another bride, pale and decayed, with hollow eyes that seemed to scream in silence. Suddenly, Neha felt a hand on her shoulder. She spun around, but no one was there. The laughter grew louder, and the room began to spin. Voices whispered in her ears, "Join us, Dulhan. Your time has come." By dawn, the door to the bridal room was found ajar. Neha was gone. Only her bridal attire remained, neatly folded on the bed. The villagers whispered that the curse of the Dulhan had claimed another victim. The room remained locked for years, but late at night, some swore they could hear faint laughter and the rustle of bridal anklets echoing through the empty halls.